Alright, hello everyone to this no bullshit tutorial on how to get through Sims Fortress. It can definitely be a headache if you don't know how to. There's going to be three parts. First is going to be getting a bow with arrows, the second part is going to be getting the halberd, and the third part is going to be actually going through Sims Fortress. You don't necessarily need the halberd, you're definitely going to need a bow and arrow to get through it the way I'm going to show you, but yeah, let's get into the video. Alright, so time to get the bow. So we're going to start off at this bonfire, just outside of Sims Fortress, and very quickly, which you won't be this quick, you're going to get over to the Dark Root Basin. Going to definitely not die to this guy, like I did before this, and you are going to go and grab this glowing thing in the distance. It's going to be your bow and arrow. You're only going to have 15 arrows from this drop, so you're going to need to buy more. But that's all you'll really need from this. Alright, so for this halberd, you're going to go upstairs instead of going downstairs like you did for the bow. You're then going to head up straight, you're going to take a left. You're going to be like me and definitely not get shot twice in the back. And once you take this right, go down the stairs, the halberd's going to be right in front of you. Watch out though, there's this jackass that will try to kill you every time, so just make sure to run off to the ledge and use a homeward bone to get out of there safely. Alright, so first off, what we're going to do when we're going through Sims Fortress is you're going to go up to either the left or right pillar. You'll stand there, you're going to aggro one of the two little lizard people here. They're pretty easy to either roll or just walk around their attack, so it makes them very vulnerable to backstabs. So lure one of them out, proceed to beat their ass, and then do the same for the other guy. Sims Fortress likes to have these little traps anywhere and everywhere, so I usually try to use them to my advantage. I wasn't able to get a good hit on this guy this time, but usually you can. You're going to do the same thing to this dude. And, yep, there we go, get that hit. There's this kind of soul up to the top right. I think it's like 10,000. It's pretty useful just to grab, just to have. So now this is where the bow, one of the instances where the bow is useful. You can stand right in front of the pathway, and if you get the timing right, you can do this pretty fast, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to shoot the dude that shoots lightning on this bridge. He can't actually shoot you from there, which makes it very easy to do. And then you're going to shoot this other guy on the other side of the bridge. I don't know what the hell my first arrow did, but either way, get him to come over to you. You can use your arrow to kind of shoot him and stun him and they get knocked over like I did. And yeah, from here it's pretty easy run. Just make sure not to get hit by the Blades of Doom. So you're going to want to set off this trap, and there's two large Titanite shards in here, which is pretty useful. Yeah. Watch that dude get hit. For safety reasons, we're going to kill him, so we're going to drag him back to the big open room, and do the same thing you did to the first two guys. Just backstab them, and then backstab them again, or just do the little twirly attacks. So one big takeaway from Sims is don't rush anything. So I could have just ran out and not waited for the ball, but I chose to wait. Similar here. Wait this dude out until he kind of shows himself, because he will eventually get knocked over by a ball. Alright, so for this, kind of a lot happens fast, so I'm going to slow it down. You're going to first run over this pressure plate and immediately run to the right so you don't get absolutely destroyed by these arrows. Usually one of them hits this dude, but just be sure to roll his first attack, because he usually attacks pretty quickly. He has one attack where he literally just jumps at you, and that one can catch you off guard if you're not waiting for it. So safely evade and kill that bitch, and then head over here. I just happen to just walk up the staircase whenever a ball run down, but basically you're just going to wait there until the ball comes, and you're just going to follow it. So yeah, what you're going to be doing now is waiting for these balls to build up. This is completely optional, you don't need to. What this does is it gives you access to the Gold Serpent Ring, which increases drop rates for different weapons, different things from different entities in this game. It's fairly useful, and I just like grabbing it since we're here. So yeah, so the pit gets filled. You can walk over the balls and safely go grab it, wait for the ball to come back, and then you walk back over here. Open that chest, and if this is your first playthrough, please. And wait for this elevator. This lovely blood-covered elevator. And continue up to the central ball station. Alright, so I'm slowing this down to regular speed, just because this is pretty important. So, that pressure plate I just ran over, as long as you can fast roll, you can literally run past it and be fine. What you'll then do is you'll pick up your bow. There's this, like, hole in the wall, basically, and if you shoot it, there's this serpent dude that's gonna fall down to where you can just get him out of your way. Run past the bridge, go up here, smack that bitch, run past him, and continue on the bridge. You can sometimes get sniped by the person to your left, like serpent dude that waits, but it's usually not gonna happen. You run up these stairs, and oh lord, you will get the bonfire. So most of Sin Fortress is behind you at this point. Basically, it's just prepping for the boss now. If you don't want to know anything about the boss, it would be advisable to quit watching now. But I'm gonna just pick up some souls, get another 2 large Titanite shards, and yeah. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean up this place before we set up with RTSR to kill the Iron Golem. Don't be like me and be more cautious with this dude. I actually almost rolled off right there, and I got hit, so it's quite unfortunate. Now this fucker, he will annihilate you if you're not careful. So yeah, he likes to do this like little baby rage attack, and if you can bait him to do that, it's pretty easy because he just kind of sits down and lets you beat him up if he does it. So I will proceed to beat his ass and get the large Titanite shard from him. And I'm going to do the obvious, roll through the balls, and I'm going to speed it up a little bit because I absolutely failed to set up RTSR from these falling ledges. But yeah, so if you have the RTSR ring, which you get in the Valley of the Drakes, or you can earlier in the game, it's pretty useful for this fight just because the mechanics of his Iron Golem stagger. But yeah, I actually checked if I had the RTSR ring on because that's how close I was to actually being an RTSR. I didn't believe I didn't have it on. So I finally, there we go, finally set up RTSR. You gotta run all the way back to the start of the boss fight. And yeah, so the Iron Golem's boss fight's pretty easy, especially with a halberd. Because you just have to really focus his angles, because that's what makes him stagger. The hardest part about this entire fight is really just missing this first attack. So, roll, boom. Wait for them to attack. He's gonna then kind of swoop around and just hit his ankles. Wait for your stamina regen and hit it a couple more times. He falls over and bazinga. That's Iron Golem. That is Sin's Fortress. There's a lot of items, a lot of other things you can do in Sin's Fortress, but this is basically the quickest, easiest way to just get in and get out of Sin's Fortress. In all my playthroughs, this is always how I go about it. So yeah, if you like this video and it has helped you in the slightest, smash the like button, subscribe for more. I plan on putting out more videos related to just no bullshit guides to get through Dark Souls 1 stuff, boss fights, anything you can think of. If you have a certain place in mind that you would want me to make a video on, comment down below, and I will definitely do it. So yeah, that's all for this video. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.